All right, we're getting ready to go out to the Susquehanna again. You can see cold, 24 degrees. Look at that. That is not what you want to see in the morning, but that's what we're doing. It's going to go up to 45 degrees today. It's supposed to be sunny, so hopefully that means we're going to be able to get a little bit of an afternoon bite once it warms up. It takes me about an hour and a half, or maybe an hour and 45 to get out there. So we're going to go out there, see what we can do. Hopefully we can catch some fish, and I'll keep you posted. All right, got my first one on this favorite rod here. Pretty solid fish. I actually lost one right before this. Kind of figured out the little cast. Let me get him in. That the deal was, and I'm hoping we could maybe get a couple more here. I did not have anything set up. It's a solid one though. Let's see, we got him hooked right in the bottom of the jaw. See him there? That's on that football Neds from Z-Man. It's a little 1/4 ounce head. The Finesse TRD. I'll show that to you in a second. It's a solid one though to get the day started for the first one in the boat. Get him back. The one I lost right before that was a lot bigger. It was the cast before. But maybe we'll be able to get them going. But you can see there, it's that Finesse TRD green pumpkin goby. And I'm actually doing a little Texas rig deal with this, which I'll show you. Just how you would Texas rig a regular jig head or shaky head. I'm doing that with this because there's a lot of wood down there, and that is actually causing some issues with getting hung up constantly. So that's been something I've been doing out here on the river a lot. But see if we can get some more. All right, hooked up with the second one. Same little area. There we are. Again, football Neds. Look at that guy. Another solid fish. This one's a little darker. Thin too. Look at that one. There's not much to them. But they're starting to bite. The sun's starting to get up a little bit. I think that's warming things up, getting them going. Keep going. Hopefully we can find a big one. Like first one, I'm telling you, I hooked. It was a giant, but whatever. That's a solid one. That's another probably 2 1/4, 2 1/2, something like that. But we're gonna keep working our way through this. Been a slow day so far. Maybe I just found a little area. I picked up this A-rig, and I've had some follows. I can see them on my Lowrance active target. I can show you that. There's a whatever. It's a fish. But we're catching them here a little bit. Get it back in the water real quick. But they're super tight to the bottom. It's hard to see them on your active target. I'm taking it, sending it out 100 foot. I'll show you a little video here, and just crawling this A-rig over, and they'll just pick up off the bottom where you just can't quite see them. It's just a really shallow flat. It's got a little rise in it, maybe a foot. Nothing crazy, but it's enough to hold them there. It just breaks a little bit of current up, I guess, and that's what they're sitting on. So gonna keep working through this, see if we can get another one. Well, next cast, got another one. A little smaller, but they're biting. Look how thin that one is. It's a little bit of a rail, but it's a plus. That's on that Buddy's A-rig. That's that brown dog tackle. You can see here, it's got a bunch of blades on it. Works really well. They cost a little bit, but they're well worth it. You catch a lot of fish. I'm throwing some little swim baits on there. So we're gonna keep getting, see if we can catch a couple more. Good, they're finally starting to bite. A little bit more fun. I want to show you what my go-to setup's been. I showed you this earlier. It's that football Neds with a Finesse TRD, and I'm rigging this kind of like a shaky head. That way it's weedless when I'm coming across a lot of that leaves, wood, anything that's down there. But something else that's important with this whole setup, it's a favorite rod. It's a 7 foot 2 inch hex. It's a medium heavy. That way I can really drive that hook home. But one of the keys is having this Seaguar flash green smackdown braid. I use 10 pound because I cast really well. But something you want to make sure you do, make sure it's filled all the way up. If you have one of those cold, nasty days that you can't get out on the water, you don't really want to be out there, go through all your reels, get them all set up. And what's cool about this is if you put, say, 75 yards to 100 yards on your spool, when you start to get a little bit low, or maybe it starts to fade, just take it and take one of your other spinning reels that you peeled it off and reel it on there, and it flips it over, and then you're gonna have a brand new line again. So make sure you check out that Seaguar braid. I really do like it. I've been firing this thing out there. You can see it just goes and goes and goes and goes. It makes a really big difference. So make sure you fill up your spools all the way. Make the most of your casting distance. That way you guys can catch some more fish. Now let's get back out here. It's about 2 o'clock. I need to put a couple more in the boat. I've so far had 4 fish, lost 1 giant one this morning. It's been slow. I don't entirely know why. The current is still pushing very hard. Water temp, it's about 44 degrees. Warmed up a little bit from this morning, but not a lot. And I guess that's probably playing a big role in it. Last week it was up in that 47, 48 degree range, so it has dropped quite a bit, and in the winter that makes a difference. I'm going to keep playing around. The water clarity, it's getting better. I was out here with my buddy Mitch last week on, I think it was Thursday, and that day it was pretty clear. Before that, it was actually the day after the big rain, but it had not made it here yet, so that was why it was still pretty clear. Then I came on Sunday with my wife Jess, and we picked at them. I didn't put a video completely together of that. Maybe I'll throw a little bit of that in here at the end. She caught a couple, I got a couple. Water was dirty that day though, and it was very cold. Today we got some better conditions, so we're gonna keep grinding away. We're gonna probably fish till dark, and then I'll give you a recap on the drive home. But that's where we're sitting at so far today. Let me see, it's 2:40 right now, so that's gives you a little bit of an idea. I got out here probably 9:30 or 10, somewhere in there. All right, stay tuned. Oh, I got one. Nope, log. Got me excited for a second. All right, while we're out here, I'm going to show you kind of a little bit how I throw this Ned rig as well. So, make a long cast with it. You're going to be fishing, whether it's on a rock strip, maybe a little drop, whatever you think those fish are sitting on. This one here, it's a little gravel bar that kind of drops off back out into the main river channel. So I'm throwing it out there, making that long cast, and I'm going to get my rod up to about that 11 o'clock and just slowly drag it. And as I'm dragging, I'm just feeling all those rocks. I like to throw it up into the current and then bring it back with, but that's where that football Ned is really important. It helps rock over top of those different pieces of rock and wood and all that are down there. And I also have this flash green line that we were talking about before. That stands out, so then as I'm dragging it, feeling it, I can really tell when I get that bite. So you want to fish slow. It's cold. Like I said, that water's 44 degrees right now. Kind of just working my way along. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I was stuck a little bit. I had to pop it off there. And just really feeling every single little thing down there. I'm going to keep doing this. Hopefully get a bite and I'll be able to show you. But that's really what I'm doing and how I'm working this football Ned. I do the same thing with that TRD Gobies. I'll show you that in comparison next. It's a cool little bait. It really is. I want to show you these. I'll show them right next to each other, actually, is what I'll do. Let me get this finished fishing this cast out, and I'll show you in 1 second. I'm about halfway back. I'm getting to where that drop off really falls off into that main river channel now, so that's where they a lot of times will set up and feed. Every once in a while I'll give it a little rod shake too, just a little tiny bit. Cold water, you don't want to be jumping this thing around too much. You want them to be able to come over and see it and eat it. They're more aggressive than you would ever think, especially smallmouth this time of year. They don't just sit there, that's for sure. All right, let's see, we'll get this one in. A little bit of grass on there. Bait popped through, so I gotta rig this. Got it. Let's grab my other rod. This is my Heather Hex. This is the one that I got that TRD Gobies on. I was throwing this one earlier in the same green pumpkin goby. He'll bear with me here. But now I'm throwing in yoga pants, which is a black color. This one here, you can see, that's the Texas rigged one. This one here is open head, so this one will get hung up more. Like if you see a lay down or something you're throwing around, I wouldn't pick this one. I would pick this one up to try to drag through it. It's amazing how many of those fish, though, get right in those lay downs. I had a walleye on the other day when I was fishing with Jess. I'll actually put that in the clip right here, too. Show you, I didn't end up putting anything together the other day, but big one. It was probably, I would say, 8 to 10 pounds. It was like one of the ones I kept up on Lake Ontario. But those are the two setups right there that have been doing most of the damage today, and then that A-rig as well that I showed you earlier. So we're gonna keep working through this, and if I think of anything else to show you, I'll do that too. All right, we got number 5. Went back to the green pumpkin gobies, finesse TRD, put them in the boat. Maybe it's a sign to come. Maybe we're gonna catch some more. We'll see. I was dragging that thing really slow, like painfully slow. And that was how I got that bite. So we'll see if it keeps going. Hopefully that's taught us something, and we'll just keep working our way through this all. So we'll see. All right, I haven't done this yet. So this is a section I have not idled out here on the river. I'm gonna kind of just show you through it. Like that stuff there, that's all rock. That one's a taller rock than that one there. You can tell that because of the shadow. See how that right there has a big black shadow? That's why. If just a quick overview, and if you go back to other videos if you really need more info on this, this is the middle of the boat right here, right under the transducer. Same thing right underneath there. That's the bottom. That's out to the right. I have it set to 100 foot. And this one's out to the left, set to 100 foot. So basically all I'm gonna do is just idle around looking to see what's on the bottom. I'm trying to find areas I think these fish might be setting up on. A lot of times there'll be a big boulder, like if there's a big single boulder like that, that's good. Use your whatever symbol you want. I use a little icon. You hit the flag button here. And hit that one is what I use for it. I also have that saved as a preset right there. Keep idling along, and you'll just kind of look at it and see what's going on. There you can see the water 44.1, 3.8 speed. That's a good speed to be trolling at or idling at when you're looking. Sorry, that thing's having trouble focusing right now. I'm just kind of looking. There's a rock strip there. There's one there. There's a little strip there. Trying to find any of these that look like they should hold some fish. But that's the key little things I'm looking for out here. Get them out of the current, get those fish somewhere to hide. That's what they want. So I'm just going to kind of ride this break here and see what I can find. All right, out of here on the Susquehanna and just caught a big one. Not the fattest one in the world, but if you lay him down here on that bass cap board, he's well over 18. I measured him, I would say he's probably about 21, so that's a good one. Get him back in the water. Got that one on one of my new favorites. Came out last year. This Z-Man. That's the gobies. Little football Ned head. 1/4 ounce. Get them.